I'm so sorry, by the way, because I'm late on this review, technically. Even though the album just came out, what, Friday? Technically Thursday night, but apparently everyone's listened to it because there's been leaks. So that just means, let's review it, right? Let's review the album before it comes out. That's a thing now, by the way. So anyways, I decided to wait because I wanted to really digest this album. I'm actually a Fall Out Boy fan. I've been a fan since middle school of them. They've been my favorite band for so long. I did school reports on them. I used to try and get all my friends into them because they were so different to me, especially at the time. Like, the first time I heard Thanks for the Memories, it blew my mind. But now we're in 2018. This album was supposed to come out in 2017, but it got delayed. They didn't feel comfortable releasing it. They're like, especially after the reception of Young and Menace, they're like, yeah, we're gonna hold off on that. We'll get back to you. So they did that, and now it's complete, and we've all listened to it, and yeah, here's my thoughts. So the album actually starts off with Young and Menace, and it's not a good song. The mixing's all off, and just the sound. You know what the thing is about this song? It actually, the lead up to what I would call the beat drop is actually pretty fine. It has some Britney Spears references in there and some pop things in there, but overall I actually do enjoy that part. But when it gets to that breakdown, it's unbearable. It's like all these high pitch changes and everything, and then like you hear the stuttery guitar in there, but it's like just like a weird like effect put on it, and it just does not sound appealing. I could see what they're doing with this track. They really wanted to do something different, and I actually seriously appreciate that. But as we move towards the next track, Champion, it's more of like a cliched anthem about becoming the best, essentially. And it feels like all they did was like interview a bunch of athletes or something, and then they asked them, hey, what how would you get through this? Or like they asked them stupid questions, and they put those questions essentially in the song. But really, it's enjoyable, and it does get you pumped up, especially if you're working out. Definitely listen to it while you work out, because if you can get through this, you can do anything. Say Frosty Royal Milk Tea. Is that supposed to be a reference to bubble tea or Android milk? I don't know, one of the two. But this song's actually pretty good. It has some elements of trap implemented in there, but overall, I don't really have that big of a problem with it. It's not the best song ever, and I do like the vocalizations Patrick is putting out there. The lyrical content, yeah. I weirdly really like, at first I hated Hold Me Tight or Don't, but then it just really grew on me. It's just like, I like the infusion of reggae and like the punk aspects and the pop. It just infused beautifully. It's kind of weird though, because Patrick's vocals on here sound really raw compared to the productions here, and the productions are really nice and glossy and slick and glittery, while Patrick's kind of a little raw on here, more so than some of the tracks on here. And I actually really kind of like that, because it was a weird contrast between the punk side of them and then the pop side kind of clashing a little bit, and it's a weird mix, but I honestly kind of dug into it. The last of the real ones, it's corny, but you know, it works for what it is. It's just like, hey, basically worshiping someone and just like, you are the best, you're like, there's no one quite like you, you're the last of the real ones. And as overproduced as this song is, you can't, it's a jam still. That chorus is just catchy, and it just, when it fully comes in, you're just like, you're kind of just waving your head around like an idiot, because you're the last of a dying breed. Concrete and love, purpose, know everything about me. But yeah, I do like this song. I mean, it's better than most pop music I hear on the radio, that's for sure. Wilson is the next song on this, and I actually did a little review on that recently. And I actually do like this song quite a bit. It's kind of like the song The Kids Aren't Alright, but off of American Beauty, American Psycho. it's actually really similar. Like, you could totally just like interlink the two and they would kind of go good together, not gonna lie. There are some cheesy lines on here. There's just a lot of cheese on this album, and you just gotta, like, were they really trying to be serious? Probably not. It feels like they were trying to make something catchy and fun with this album, and fun is a good word to describe it. I'll stop wearing black when they make a darker color. It's so catchy, but you're like, you kind of cringe just a little bit. It sounds so weirdly emo pop. It's just, like, it's hard to, like, take seriously, but you're like, I was singing it at work the other day, and they're like, what the hell are you talking about? And I'm just like, it's catchy. Don't blame me. Church is a weird one that people hate. I honestly don't hate this song, like, at all. I think it does say get on my knees a little too much, and like, I could see there being a meme on it. Like, when I was hearing this song, every time, I just feel like every time I hear this song, it's actually going to be played on some kind of, like, crime show for the commercial.
On the next episode of Cat Detectives, will the cats finally break free from prison? Find out on the next episode of Cat Detectives. There will be blood, there will be explosions, and there will definitely be cats.
I do like the choir vocals in here. It's weird. It's just like the whole production on this track is a little weird and awkward, but it works, and I don't know, I find myself enjoying it. Heaven's Gate is another interesting one. It has like a 50s vibe to it. I actually dug this one too. It's different. It's definitely different. You know, another one that people are really hating is Sunshine Riptide. Really? Why? It's actually a pretty fun song. It's weird. It is. It's like, it's a like, the combination almost doesn't work between the reggae influences, and then, like, it feels like it's trying to be hip-hop too, and of course Fall Out Boy's initial style, and they're just kind of going like that really awkwardly, but then the chorus is okay enough. It feels like a banger, and I feel like I could see this being played on the radio. Am I gonna hate it when it is? No. And then Bishop's Knife Trick, probably the best song on the album, is a really good way to close it. It's a little depressing, but it's pretty good. And I like the productions on here. Some of it's a little, but you know. So seriously, why hate this album? If you like Save Rock and Roll and you liked American Beauty, American Psycho, not liking Mania is kind of like not liking those two albums. It just doesn't make sense. I don't think this is going to be the album that turns you away from Fall Out Boy. I don't think this is the album that's going to make you a Fall Out Boy fan. I feel like this is just going to be that album that's like, hey, you know, that was okay. They were trying something different, at least, unlike some artists. And I kind of appreciate, it's such a weird mix here that I kind of appreciate it. Just a little bit, just a babby bit. Like, I don't think they were trying to make something lyrically astonishing. I mean, come on, they're trying to appeal to, like, teens here. Obviously, this isn't for us, like, 20 to 30-year-olds. The productions are a little wonky at times, but overall, I found them appealing enough, except Young and Menace was pretty bad. But other than that, I really kind of like this album. I'm not going to say it's the best thing I've ever heard, but I think I like it more than I liked American Beauty, American Psycho. They should have focused on one initial style on this record. Like, they have 2 reggae-influenced songs on here, and they should have just maybe done that. That would have been actually kind of cool, a reggae-infused Fall Out Boy. But I mean, I don't hate this album. I don't understand why people are hating it. It has some earworms in there. It's decent. I mean, I don't know. There's a part of me that wants to hate it, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't going to be listening to this. So I definitely recommend you listen to it. You're not going to like every song on here, I guarantee it, but you will find at least one song that you'll find at least appealing on this record. So yeah, I do recommend you listen to it. That's what this whole video is about. I honestly think a lot of people are going to listen to it just for the curiosity, because of all the styles they're trying. I mean, the album is called Mania, by the way, so That's probably why it's so hectic, and they probably were intentionally doing that. Maybe they weren't, I don't know, I'm not dumb. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed my opinion. This is literally my opinion, so don't hate me. This isn't my favorite Fall Out Boy album. It's Fully Due or Infinity on High, it always changes. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review. I had a lot of fun recording it very quickly because I've been really busy. Been getting gigs and stuff for DJing and everything, and I've been trying to set up appointments for that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like what you see here, subscribe. If you don't, okay, fine, whatever. We can still be friends, you know. And what is your favorite Fall Out Boy album, and what is your favorite song off of Mania? Mine would probably, that's actually a hard one. Because they're kind of all enjoyable except Young and Menace. But anyways, I will see you in the next episode of, do I really want to still call this To Be Honest Reviews? Nah, I don't know. Anyways, have a good one and peace.